Hello friends, welcome to the program of Kabil Banu on Microsoft Word. This is lesson 4 on page layout. In the earlier videos we have seen how to insert different things, how to design a Microsoft Word. In this we would be looking at the function, all the features and functions on page layout. Now for example, let's see, this is the typical, let's say, cover page, right? Now you can see a ruler here. This is called a ruler. Okay, now margins, just click on margins. Page layout means how should this page be formatted, or how should this page be seen, right? Now let's look at margin. If you click on margin, you can see normal margin, you can see narrow, moderate, wide. So on normal margin, you will find that all the text would start from the top, 1 inch from the top, 1 inch from the bottom, one from left and one from right. So this is the optimum. So let's always, we should have the normal margins, right? So we can have some other margins. For example, let's say wide. Under wide margins, 1 second. So this is not responding right now. Just wait for 1 minute. Okay, so now you can clearly see that the margins have changed for this particular, because see the text here, see the width here, the width between the left margin as well as the right margin has increased, right? So it is because of this margin, wide margin, right? Now let's keep it to normal margin. So for all the major documents and reports, even resumes, all of you should have normal margins, right? Let's look at orientation. Orientation means how the Microsoft Word is presented. It can be presented in the form of a portrait. Portrait means a picture, and it can also be presented in the form of a landscape. Let's see how, if we put this in landscape view, this is how it will be in landscape view, right? So currently we do not need it in landscape view. We will only have the portrait view. Okay, let's look at size. Size, normally whenever you give the Word document for print, what size of the Word document do you want? Now normally we have this letter or A4 size, so always keep A4 size. It has changed, so this is the A4 size, right? So always keep the size as A4 size. Now for example, let's say this is a text, right? Just select this text, and how many columns do you want for this particular text? For example, this is in just one column, right? So you can have two columns as well. If you want, you can have all these broken down into two columns. If you want, you can have in three columns. All of you must have seen that in newspapers we get features like this, right? So you can divide your entire paragraph into two or three or more columns. About page breaks, I have already explained. Page break, column break, text wrapping. I have already explained these page breaks when I discussed about the page breaks, blank the blank page in the insert section. So I've already included this. So if you want to have line numbers, let's say you can include line numbers. For example, if you select anything, all the line numbers would be included, right? So that is possible, right? And then you can start typing. You can start typing, and then you can have another line. So basically, nobody uses line numbers. So we'll not use the line numbers right now. Fine. Hyphenation. And a hyphenation, okay, so hyphenation is currently not used majorly. So whenever a word is out of room, Word normally moves it down to the next line. Word hyphenates it. Instead, just like you see, hyphenates create more uniform spacing and save space. For example, there is no space here. If I keep on typing, it will go down. But if you put hyphenated, it will be like this. Hyphen, and then it will be going down. So normally what is the benefit of this is that there is even spacing. Even spacing would be there if you use the hyphenated. It is normally not used frequently. So let's leave this. For spacing, you don't need to worry too much about this indent and spacing, right? Because when you keep margins and when you keep orientation as proper, then you don't need to worry about spacing about anything. So Indent is when you want your paragraph to move away from the left margin, and spacing is how much space do you want between paragraphs and between the lines. So all this is clearly not needed right now. Okay. Selection pane also you don't need it right now. Alignment, you can align the page, align to margin. Basically, align to margin is the most common used thing. So basically, you should always use align to margin, right? So this is all that is there for the page layout. In fact, page layout is very simple. You don't need to worry too much about the page layout. Word has been designed in such a beautiful fashion that you can select the templates and everything will be worked out very fine for you. So you, as a freshener, as a beginner, you don't need to worry too much about the page layout. Is it okay? So thank you so much for listening to this video. In the next video, we will quickly take a look at references, mailings, review and view sections quickly. Okay, so and we would also give you a sample resume. So basically we would start from scratch a sample resume for a final year engineering students. So we will also do that. Okay. So thank you so much for listening to this particular video. Look forward to see you in the next video. Thank you. Sorry, thank you.